Hello, hello. Says we've got viewers. We can wait a bit for them to show up, but
Woo.
just oh, I don't know.
Oh, something go weird.
I'm hearing Rhett. Nope, I'm hearing an ad.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, I hear it. Okay, I found it. Where is this though?
Hunt through the tabs.
Okay, I don't know what that was. The page that the audio is supposedly coming from doesn't even have a video on it.
Weird.
Pause.
Weird.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Okay. How are you both this morning? You can introduce yourself. I'll pop up the link and then we will jump into productivity, which for the first sprint for me is eating breakfast.
I guess I'll go first. So yeah, hi, I'm Ray Bonomo. I'm a hot mess today because if anybody knows me, I usually wake up around like 5, 6 on Saturdays and Sundays. I woke up at 8. I'm very, very out of my element right now, and I just showered because I have to go somewhere like immediately following this sprint. So I'm like, great, we're doing great. But my main goal today is to work on an asexual ghost romance story that I want to submit. And I wrote like 800 words this week, so I had a good pop, but I have to make it, I think, at least 3,000. So I want to work on that. I mean,
800 to you're almost a third.
Yeah, and that was literally within an hour. I wrote that 800 because I wrote it in work. I had a cancellation, and I'm like, let me just see where this goes. And then I was just like, I was hopping around, but I was flowing at the one point. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so that's my main goal, but I'll probably start by like actually getting ready. And I never cleaned up from dinner last night because like of timing of everything. And I really wanted to watch Midsummer, which is a 2.5-hour movie. So I was like, I'll just clean it up when I'm done with the movie. No, I passed out after the movie. So yeah, I'm really out of sorts. So I'm going to do those 2 things. And then hopefully my brain will be clear so I can write my horror story. Well, not my horror story, my romance story.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm Crystal. My channel's Crystal's Cluster. We make a cluster of content ranging from whatever I decide to do at any given day. Mostly it's live streams. I do productivity on Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and I do some gameplay stuff on Mondays, same bat time, same bat channel. I also have Arrow 404. Please restart your crystal.exe. This beautiful bastard, Incarnate's Rise, just came out a few days ago. She is my secret lineage paranormal fantasy with vampires, gods, magic, and a woman who may be thrown into a destiny that isn't her own. And I know that's not the exact thing, but we got close, and close is good enough for me this morning. As far as my plots, my plans, my possibly schemes for this morning, I'm going to spend the first sprint going through Draft to Digital's list of all the different stores they go through and see if any of the books have populated the paperback, because apparently I got to do that. And right now, I found out it's available on Thalia, which is cool. Still not available in Indigo. Indigo's going to take forever. I know it just because Indigo's local, and it makes me sad. So then I'll be working on book 2. I'm on chapter 9 so far. We're getting there. And that's me.
And if you are new here, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices while pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. Sorry for the getting up and coming back repeatedly, but my mom was listening to something in the kitchen and I just didn't know if you guys could hear it. But then I closed the kitchen door and our dog Riley, who is a Havanese, who are nicknamed silk dogs because of how soft their hair is, but also nicknamed Velcro dogs because of how clingy they are. Not like that there was a closed door.
Poor baby.
Impeding her access to mom. So I had to go and open it immediately. She was like, "What is this?" And I'm like,
dang it.
yeah, so that's her. You could check out all of our books at inimitablebooks.com. We have over 10 published, and we have more coming. Not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. We have another cover reveal, this time for Kate Kavanaugh's thriller mystery novel. Thanks for watching. It's kind of like And Then There Were None, but on an island with social media influencers. If you're like, that sounds like Glass Onion, you would be correct, except this is better because it does more. So
more is better.
yeah. You can check out our website to sign up to participate in that cover reveal if you would like, or you could just on our YouTube channel set a reminder so you are notified of when we go live for that author interview and discussion. Hello. Sorry, I'm just a bit distracted by Riley today. I was telling my co-hosts, I think right before we went live, that Riley had a little bit of an upset tummy yesterday. She seems fine, but I'm just like hyper aware of her.
Yeah, that is totally valid.
Let me share the first Forest Room code because I would love to start this first sprint so that I could eat breakfast. Yes, I'm starving. I woke up earlier than I wanted to, and now my body's like, okay, well, you didn't feed us quickly enough.
So suffer, and then feed us.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yep, that's how it goes. Let's see. Sorry, just getting set up. I should have done this before.
So good.
I've got to do editing. Brie, I just read your Instagram message. That's really cute. Okay, Wishing Tree was Brie's first pick, so there it is. 25 minutes. Plant Together. You can hear my mom talking to Riley in the background. We just constantly are like, hi.
Yep.
Because she's so cute. But if we, hi. She's staring at me. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Her ears just perked up. She's like, does that mean I get something?
It's like I would like some attention.
Mine is
no, she wants FOOD, which we're not doing.
No.
Already ate. And also, given what happened yesterday, we don't want to overdo it. 5-2 November Zulu, November 2 Yankee, Sierra Golf. Yes. Bree said, let us know what you're working on today, but I'm going to leave the code up just a little bit longer so people can actually enter the room. Regina's in. Rebecca, I can't remember. Do you use the Forest app? If so, we will wait. If not, we will proceed. Watch that. I've asked this when she's stepped away from her computer.
It's usually the way of it.
I know. We'll just wait until like the it's the 12-minute mark now, so haven't yet. Proceed. Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Woo.
Let's add the timer to the screen. Let's remove this. Please add our titles on Goodreads. It really helps. Tell other readers about our titles, but also sometimes booksellers will check Goodreads to see how many people are interested, and that can influence their decision on how many titles to buy for their stock. And then also pre-ordering from websites always tells that retailer specifically to order more. So if you pre-order a title from Amazon, that tells them that there's interest. If you pre-order a title from Barnes & Noble, that tells them that there's interest. Amazon doesn't hear about Barnes & Noble's orders, vice versa. So if you want a book on a Barnes & Noble shelf, make sure that you're pre-ordering through Barnes & Noble, because that increases the chance of it showing up on a shelf. At least for traditional published books with our distributor, Simon & Schuster. I don't know if that applies for self-published books. I know that it's very hard to get a self-published book on a physical bookstore shelf.
Yeah.
Yay! We are working on the sequel. Woohoo! Not today. I was hoping to do it yesterday, actually, as my first read through, but something else came up that needs to be done sooner. But yeah, this coming week will be working on the sequel. So I'm super excited for that. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Also, there will be typing ASMR, and that is from the timer. If you don't like it, feel free to mute us and come back. How did everyone do?
I feel like a person. So I just spent 25 minutes doing my hair and makeup, and I was able to throw a load of laundry in the washer. So we're getting somewhere.
Woo! Yay! I finished going through all of the draft to digital store things, and it's on paperback in like 4 more places now. So I popped a story for people to find that. Then I found another idea on TikTok for book marketing stuff that I want to try, so I'm trying that. And so I was editing some photos to make sure there's no titles visible, because it's like 5 things I can't live without. And I'm like, okay, my Notion, my Scrivener, that's 2. But I have titles for the books. And it's like, nope, nobody can see these. Scratch out. So, yeah.
I just blur screens.
I got to figure out how to do that, because I've seen that on other people's things, and I'm learning.
Yeah, it's really nice and helpful. And when I did the Scrivener video, that was a nice thing for me to be able to be like, oh, I don't have to create an entirely fake document to show all these features, because I can show, like, you'll see like, oh, it's been filled in.
Yeah.
You won't see what it was filled in with.
Gotcha. That's neat.
Situation. There were some moments though where I was like, I'd have to be much more precious about how this is being blurred or not. So like, I used one of my own books where I was like, this is such a long time coming. I'm okay if someone like accidentally sees one thing. Like, it's not like it's going to be ready to go in a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hi. You can always say hi in mid sprint. I will be honest, I'm normally not looking at the screen when it is, or if I am looking at the screen, it's like on a different window and actually working or not working, but it's not monitoring the stream while we're in the middle of a sprint. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being considerate. And I hope these next few sprints will be productive for you. Rebecca got 419 words. That's awesome. That's awesome. Bree, do you have an outline for this story, or are you just like winging it?
My short story?
Yeah.
Yeah, winging it.
You were like, can you click? Actually, you know what? Here's the answer.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, like, I kind of have like a vision, but that's not an outline. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, it's not judgment whatsoever. It's just I was curious because you got 800 words in an hour, like when you suddenly had a cancellation. So I'm like, oh, is that like because you're just like super in on it, or is it like, I have a plan?
I marinate stories for a while, which is why like I'm really trying. I was very impressed with my novels that I had that I'm starting tomorrow, because I had that whole idea only took me like 3 full months to really like start, outline, plan, like everything. And normally like my vampire novel, for instance, like I've had that idea marinating since 2011 and it took me 12 years to finally write it.
So yeah, I personally marinate ideas as well, but I, was catching up on your vlogs. Because I love your stuff, but you like cover so much that it's like I have to watch it more intensely than some other people's vlogs.
But I appreciate
so I was like catching up. I was like, oh, she's starting a new story.
Yes. I've been really, I actually didn't vlog at all this week because I've been really productive. I had a story that was about 2K words. And that was because that was like I couldn't write over 2K. And I was like, I really think it needs more words. And so there was an open call for submissions. I don't know if my story quite fits. They want kind of like Black humor, dark satire, that kind of stuff. And I do think there is a lot of irony in my story, but will they look at it that way? Because it's not like directly ironic. It's more about like, because you're being eaten by your own mind, essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an anxiety. It's a horror story about anxiety, but like it's like physically
Anxiety
stuff.
is a horror story.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. But I ended up doing so that story this week. Like I went from 2,000, like just about, it was under 2,000 words. I added up to 3,500 and submitted that yesterday with 2 rounds of feedback. I wrote 800 words for this short story. I'm trying to think. I gave feedback to something. I've been very productive. I don't know how I've been so productive, but now I'm like, okay, let's get this short story done so I can actually write my novel now because I really want to get into that.
Yeah.
That's
sometimes though you just have to look back and be like, oh, I was productive, and then don't question it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, not at all. Like I'm just that's why I didn't even I'm like, I'm not even gonna be mad that I didn't vlog it because like I probably would have slowed myself down.
Yeah. You're like, no. It is what it is, and that's really cool, and keep going.
Yeah.
But when you said 2K words, my brain thought you were censoring killers.
Okay.
And that your story
2,000.
was about 2 killers. And I'm like, is that not allowed to be said on YouTube anymore? Like, did something happen?
I mean, to be fair, I have seen some things about like using those types of words lately.
I'm
but-
sure. I mean, we're not monetized. So
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm sure like you don't want to use that willy-nilly, but I was like, oh, and then you kept talking, and I'm like, oh, she's talking about
Yeah,
word count.
Sorry, that's my text lingo coming out in real life.
No. It's totally fine. I think I definitely type out like 2K
Mhm.
or like, the number 2 and then the letter K.
Yeah.
If I'm, but
Mhm.
do I say 2000 or do I say 2K? I think.
Now I'm having
I'm having that
existential
moment.
crisis.
No, I think I say both, but I just think my brain assumed it was like a censoring thing and not you abbreviating a number.
When you're trying to tell me that you weren't trying to market serial killer novels without trying to tell me you weren't trying to market serial killer novels.
I mean, I have Mother Mercy.
That's what I mean.
Mother Mercy by Chandra Arthur. Oh, I love this book, but my God, my brain has been so consumed by like the social media system. Like, no, we can't use that word.
Yep, that's exactly when you said that you were thinking you said she was trying to censor. I'm like, oh, it's 100% related to No Mercy.
Oh yeah, Mother Mercy. Yeah,
or Mother Mercy. Sorry,
it's okay. No Mercy would be, pretty accurate for what the main character does, but she works for something called Mother Mercy Ministries.
Ah, okay.
Cool.
But it's also like, if you get to a certain point in the book, there is a line where it is not the name of something, and you're like, oh, that's probably what actually inspired the title of the book, and you'd be correct.
It's so much like I feel like Mother Mercy is going to be on my bucket list of reads, but I feel like I'm going to.
I love it. It's a bucket list. It's no longer a TBR. It's a bucket list.
Like I'm hoping one day before I die.
Okay. To be fair, like yes, I write things that are a little off center and can get a little gishy, but just listening to how you've described it, I'm just like, I don't know if I'll be comfortable with it, but at the same time, I want to read it because I also loved Dexter, and like, so it's moved from it's just off to the side of my TBR, so that one day I can build myself up to diving in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I would say that if budget isn't a problem, I would either pre-order it or get it around release day so that it helps. But then you read it whenever you read it.
Fair.
The shelf is now a bucket.
Yes.
To be fair, mine might be a swimming pool.
I was gonna say, I don't think a bucket holds enough.
See, here's the thing. My TBR is an infinite well of possibility because I have so many books, including at least half of the Inimitable book titles, because I haven't updated it in a few months. that I have just now determined that in order to get me to read them all, they have to sit in a random generator. So then I can at least only have partial responsibility to pick the book, and then I'm forced to read it, which is how we ended up with Mistborn right now, which I am halfway through.
Well, like at least you actually picked it up, whereas Kate Kavanaugh had this concept of TBR jars, and like she did it, and I was like, oh, that's great, I'm gonna do that. Or I think Jessica Williamson or someone else had like a TBR takedown thing where you like write down all the books on your TBR that you haven't actually read, and then you like either just pick from it or you have it randomly picked or whatever. And then I just didn't read what was randomly picked for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to force myself to be a better reader, because your girl should be reading more than she does, but also undiagnosed ADHD goes, wait, this shiny thing over here. So Mistborn's taken me 3 months and I'm only halfway through.
Well, Mistborn is, if you're not locked in, it takes time.
Yeah, and I'm loving it up until the part where I have to try to follow the magic system. I will say that much. It starts breaking my brain. I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna skip this and then continue reading because the plot's great, but the system's making me confused.
The system is really confusing, and I will say, like, the first book was not my fave of the series. Book 2 is actually my fave, and followed by book 3. So
Yeah.
I do think the first book is very slow and meticulous, which was not my, like I said, it was hard reading it for book club when we had to read it by a certain date. And I was like, oh God, I'm coming in hot again. I think that's just my life, actually. I just coming in on 2 wheels for everything.
Yeah, like this is my first time reading a Sanderson book too, so it's just like I watched a video. It's like top recommended fantasy stories. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna throw them all on my TBR. Great. My TBR is at least 50 titles long now at this point, I think.
50,
give or take. I want to say it's.
Honey, that is small.
I was gonna say 50. Oh God, I don't want to count mine.
Small.
I'm thinking it's huge because like
wait, are these all physical books?
They are. It depends on when I can afford them at which time the book comes up. So I was able to.
Well, like you don't physically have 50 books sitting in your home that you plan to read but have not finished.
This is all of my. This is my fiction shelf. This is all of the fiction I own.
Bless.
So
bless you.
This is the only shelf, and I don't even read like most of these. Most of these have been read. Not all of them, though. And that's the only one I could be like, that's my red shelf.
See, this is what, like I said, I need to force myself to be a better writer because I have small things. But I still think my 50's huge.
No, I mean 50 is great, but like you're talking about like how huge your TBR is, that it's a bucket list that I'm like, oh man, like that must be like, and then hold on. I haven't updated my Goodreads in forever.
My Goodreads is so inaccurate. Like you would be
my
like,
Goodreads is I don't think has been properly updated in at least 2 years, if not 4.
No. I'm literally more like I swear I'm not like an over consumer. I just thrift a lot of books because I can't pass up $1 book. So
look, the only thing that I like have no judgment on over consumption is books. Because like,
but it's probably
is rough, and anyone who works in publishing is like, yes, we need consumers.
Yeah. I will say, since I've been able to financially afford it, though, I use my library as often as I can, especially if I'm like, I own the physical book, but I'll probably read it faster. If I listen to it, I'll try to get it from the library. Yeah. And I also, if I buy new books, it's been exclusively non-Amazon. So it's I try to do independent, and I try, if I don't do independent, I'll do like Books A Million.
Yeah. My very, very out of date TBR on Goodreads is 1,083. And I know that's low. It should probably be at least 1,200 at this point. I also want to briefly say that, like, while Sanderson like has really good fiction, and it's really cool that he does his, course for free on YouTube, he still donates a ton of money to the Mormon church, which then takes a lot of that money and puts it towards conversion therapy. So I don't recommend people buying his books anymore. I learned that like last year. Which is
fair.
Rough because I didn't know that. Had I known that, I would have only gotten his books from libraries. I mean, even then you're telling a library there's demand so that they spend more on his copies, but it's still less than and so yeah, I would just say if you continue reading the series, library, please.
I mean,
for those books.
My intention is to like 99.9% library or audio, like for the audio library or whatever have you.
Yeah. Library in any capacity.
Yeah. At some point, since I am a dragon when it comes to collecting books when I can, it's like I will have my trophy shelf. Now I'm reconsidering having damn it, Zara. But still, I will have a book trophy, but now you're making me question my morals again.
I'm sorry. It's just because that's an active thing that's happening, just like another fantasy person.
We can't have nice things.
No, we can't. I had gotten that other fantasy person's books from the library because I would like read them in a day, and my mom was like, I'm not paying this for you to have a book that you read for a day and then are not going to pick up again.
I mean,
and then other people say that they knew that this person wasn't a good person before then, and like you go back and read those books and you're like, oh, that's like incredibly racist or like these things, but I didn't know. And when the illustrated spine versions of that series came out, I did get that, but that came out in what year? I think it was before it all blew up in 2020. It was by I'm just trying to find it because it's really high up so that I don't like touch it and whatever. I can't even find it on the internet. Which, because it wasn't around for a long time, that version, which was strange. Yeah, okay. It was in 2013 was when I actually finally bought the books for myself in that box set. And I hadn't really like reread them. But then the stuff happened in 2020 and I'm like, okay, it's going up on a top shelf and I'm not touching it now.
Fair.
So yeah, it's just when I hear about it, I'm like, okay, I know that some people would care about the effects of what could happen if they're actively putting money into this author's pocket. So that's why I try and be like, look, like I'm not going to tell you to stop reading. But like
libraries are the best.
Retail sale.
I still have to figure out where my grandmother says there's a library near me. I've only ever known 2 in this town, and apparently there's a 3rd. I'm like, wait, what? So at some point,
maybe she's magical and has special access.
I mean, I lied. My TVR is not 50. I counted it. It is only 37. I don't know where I got 50 from. I will be over here in my corner.
It's fine. No, I mean, I love that for you. I didn't mean to make you feel insecure about the size of this TBR.
That seems manageable though. But you are also saying that you don't read them very fast. So I feel like that's a lot for you, and that's fair.
Yeah, and it's not a monthly TBR. It's nothing like, what I would refer to as super crazy, because I know I have friends who are like, yeah, no, this is my TBR for October, 8 books long, and I'm like,
that
I love
used to
you.
be me, and I used to actually be able to do it, and then life got busier and busier. So now my TBR is it is kind of a bucket list, and I keep throwing things in there. But I need to go through the one on Goodreads and not that I'm even using Goodreads actively, but just to see what is on there and do I still care about these, or oh no, I'm never gonna actually read that. Might as well just take it off the list. But it is now the top of the hour, and we've only completed one sprint, so
I need to get some stuff done.
Yeah. I love the chat. However, so in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. Hold on, let me tell my mom to talk quieter. There we go. Family is coordinating a dinner that we're all going to tonight, but some people are coming in from an international trip. They're returning home.
Gotcha.
Apparently, they departed late.
Oh no.
So
well, I have now been upgraded to cat bed.
I love that we know, though, that it's an upgrade.
I mean, you know, I get cat
You
cuddles.
have been chosen by the pet.
Yes, I have cat cuddles. It makes life so good.
I need to find where my baby is.
Let me lift you up again so people can see you. There we go. There's my little girl.
Oh,
She's
cute.
Yo. She's not particular. She's like, I'm trying to lay down. Stop picking me up.
Yeah, Riley's that way too.
Come here, sweet girl. Come here. Come on. Ignore the necklace, but come here. Ow. What did I just say?
This is a great line.
Very fun. Ooh.
I was very offended. Who is he to judge anything he was?
I kind of love it.
Very fun.
That's great. Got house things done, eating a donut. It's like a brand new book when you don't remember what you wrote. Coffee was consumed by Regina. I did some proofreading.
Woo.
Formatting, but now I'm realizing I'm gonna have to deal with something about pages, and I'm not loving it because I forgot to put something in the front matter. So I did that, and I was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's just 2 pages, and you move 2 from the back so that the final page count stays the same." And that's all well and good, but then somehow I've gotten to a section in the book where we're now either it was never formatted correctly the first time, or in changing what happened, I lost a page, which now could throw everything off. And I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Oh, no, that happens after, so that doesn't even fix it. Dang.
No.
Well, the author had to make some changes to something. So I'm hoping she maybe added a little bit more text somewhere that it'll fix it before it actually becomes a problem. Because she's been working on the whole manuscript, and I've been waiting for the changes to come in. And she had actually written the book in in Google Docs, so I was able to see all the changes as they were coming. But then for this revision, that didn't happen. So now I'm very much like, oh, we gotta make sure that this works. And it's stressing me out, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it when we get there.
Yeah.
I just did a formatting thing, and it just went longer. So
I wish I was formatting over cleaning this kitchen, to be fair, because it was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be.
Oh no, I hate when that happens.
I'm more like just mad at myself because like I almost never let it go because I know how much it stresses me out in the morning. But I also have like I before I did like my date and unplug day, like in the morning, I was trying to reorganize things because it was getting too cluttered. So like I never got to finish that. And then on top of that, it was like there were clean dishes in the dishwasher that needed to be put away, and then everything everywhere. And then my mom gave me like a mini boo basket. It was like a boo bag. And so that stuff is just like not didn't have so there was a lot more. And I was like, okay. So now I'm like
it sucks when it
tired.
builds up. I think that's what makes it worse because you're like, had it just been one thing, like had it just been the dishes from last night, I will handle them tomorrow morning, but everything else
Yeah.
on top of it, because last night I almost did that. And then my mom came home and she was like, oh, like, did you wash everything? I'm like, I didn't run the dishwasher. And we like I had to load it and then do it, but it was at my home I've definitely sometimes been like, it's all been soaking in the sink. Like
we got some of it.
I will do like it's not like literally all just filthy. Like it has been like soaked in hot water and stuff, but not the official dishwasher. So like I'm just gonna handle it first thing in the morning, and that's happened. But then when it's on top of everything else, where it's like, okay, but you also need to like make yourself breakfast, and then this requires a bunch of things, and then your whole kitchen is, I get it. It built up.
I probably will. Only because I already have pitches and I'm just going to reuse them.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Twitter contest. I believe it's on Twitter only.
Oh, I don't have one of those anymore.
You're better off.
Yeah.
I only have it just because of pitch contests.
Some of the pitch contests have moved over to Blue Sky, which is great. But I don't know all of them.
Yeah. Some have been doing both now, which that's a lot for me. And so like Pit Dark is a pretty tried and true one for like horror, dark fantasy, like darker books. That's been around for a while, but now on Blue Sky on the same day, I think somebody said it's called Ghost Pit. Pit Dark,
I did see that.
Yes. But that's brand new. So I feel like if you're really wanting bites, like I might cross post, but I don't know. I deleted both of those apps off my phone because it was just taking up too much brain capacity. So I can schedule on Twitter, whereas like Blue Sky, I have to have outside apps, and I'm just like, I'll just go to the one I know.
I like you can use Buffer for Blue Sky now. And Buffer is how
I don't even know what Buffer is. People in my group have been talking about it. I have no idea.
Buffer is a good suite, but I like it better because of the options and the pricing. So yeah, so we use Buffer for Threads and Blue Sky.
Good to know. Maybe one day. Probably not this time around. I am trying to.
No. There's no rush to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I know you're not saying that. I'm just.
I'm
not going to put expectations
on top of it. On posting Blue Sky and Threads is because we can schedule.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. For me, I'm just like,
yeah.
I've been having trouble trying to stay actively be on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Threads has fallen by the wayside, and I don't even have Blue Sky yet / at all. I don't know. Social media is hard.
I think that if people can afford to pay for a housekeeper or a cleaning person or whatever language, phrase, job title, and it's something you don't like to do, and you're not breaking the bank to do it, I don't think there's any harm in that.
My
And
grandmother.
I pay for a cleaning lady once every 2 weeks. My mom pays for one every week. But my mom has like a bigger home where dust can collect much faster. And then Riley's living with her full time versus me, where when I was living at home, I was the only person creating a mess, and I'm very like limited in where I am. So it's normally my room, my kitchen, and my desk. So it didn't make sense, and it still doesn't make sense for me to be paying for her more than twice a week, but I do pay her not twice a week, once every 2 weeks. I was like, that's false, whatever I just said. Once every 2 weeks. And she still does that even though I'm not there full time, because when I am there, I'm constantly moving things around so I can film. And I'm just like, I'm probably kicking up dust bunnies everywhere, and I just can't deal with it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. If you can afford it, I think you should. Like, there's two. You can pay somebody and give them a living, and don't have to waste time on.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's great. I mean, would I like my cleaning lady bill to be less? Yes.
Yeah.
And I say cleaning lady because my person is literally a lady, and she would take no offense to being called a cleaning lady. That's what she calls herself. But I don't think there's any harm. We're going to start our next sprint. Woo. And I believe that will be Bree's final full sprint with us. So we might have her do her.
Unless we bang 2 out really quick.
I say this lovingly.
Uh-oh.
I don't think that's possible with the roster of today's guests.
I mean, it could be. We could just be like, okay, guys, shush, keep going.
I'm not talking about you, Bree.
If you get, like, I have 2 modes. If you get me going, I won't stop. Or I'm also very, very quiet and have really nothing to say. And I'm just kind of like, I'm over here. Hi.
Yeah.
And there's none in the middle.
On Thursday, she was completely locked in. And we zoomed through. So now we're chatty. And I'm sorry for. So let me create the next voice so we can get this next sprint going soonish.
Ideally, I would love a second sprint because I have yet to do the writing that I wanted to do. My whole plan was to finish this first draft of this short story this morning. Clearly, we're doing great.
Yeah, this is technically our 3rd out of 4 sprints, but given I ate breakfast for the first sprint and did nothing else, this was the second sprint. But I don't know that my energy is going to allow me to do a 5th sprint even after you're gone, and it wouldn't help you anyway because you'd be gone. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If I could at least get like started on this on chapter 9, I'll be happy because I've just been doing admin stuff and marketing stuff. It's like I would like to do a little bit
of a self-published author.
I know. It's just this is my life now. I must accept it with my whole chest.
I do it very far and in between, and my writing. I put Inimitable Books first before my own writing. And I like that's actually the way I prefer it.
Yeah.
I think I'd go crazy if I was a full-time writer. And that was like my job.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing I'm already crazy. So.
Yeah, but it's like I don't want to get crazier. Like I've learned to manage my level of whatever. I don't need to relearn how to function.
Meanwhile, I'm over here Mach 10 with my hair on fire. It's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Okay, let's start the timer in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. And first of all, remember to wait for Bree to do her outro before we go here. How did everyone do? Bree, don't forget to remind people who you are after you give your update.
Yes, because if we do get into another sprint, I probably won't be able to say it afterwards. So, hi, I'm Brie Bonomo. I write horror and mostly horror right now, but also fantasy. And I have 2 short stories. Nope, I have a couple short stories. Some in the Stygian Society and one by Havoc. I have some poetry under B. Lapka. And I'm currently working on I'm going to be working on a short story for submission before I jump into novel writing, a whole new novel again. So, yeah, if you want to hang out with me, I have a YouTube channel.
Yes, it is.
And I did not finish my kitchen, but that is because I just got my manicure this week and it's my real nails for the first time in my life. And I'm like so nervous that I'm going to break them all by doing this because I'm so like anxious about the kitchen. So I think I'm going to wait till I go get rubber gloves because I thought I had some and I'm out. So I got to go get some. I got to restock and then I'll finish the dishes and all that. But I got it to a place where at least I could walk in and breathe now.
Yay! Good. And also hearing that like you're so nervous because they're your real nails now. I'm like, oh, I always like I don't do thick nails.
Yeah,
I want to because they look pretty and they feel like they'd be, more convenient at times, but I'm worried that like those would break and then take my real nail with it. So I don't have a
So yeah, I was doing Gel X, which is a more expensive type of manicure. And that's the only reason I'm able to use my real nail now is because those were protecting my real nails. But like regular gel manicures or acrylics have always destroyed my nails. And the only reason I started getting my nails done again was because I was going to the salon. But they do look really cute for spooky season. So I don't
I love them.
ruin them.
Oh, you're so pretty.
Yeah, I just paint my own nails like a solid color. Like I started doing that when I was in college. And now I'm just like really lazy and don't even.
Yeah. Well, that's what like when they're not done, I can't stand them. Like it overstimulates me. So I just like will cut them as soon as they get too long and it bothers me. So when they're done, I usually leave them alone, but now I have to protect them. So my ADHD brain has to focus harder and that's hard.
Dude.
How did you do, Crystal?
I spent most of that time looking over my very vague, barely formulated outline for Project Fall, which is book 2, to try to figure out where chapter 9's going. And I had an idea for it, but I realized I had to make sure like I'm not repeating things I've already said in the 2 previous chapters that this character's POV is going to be in. So I went back and reread his chapters to make sure that everything is in the right spot. So I still haven't written yet, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, that's important though.
Writing adjacent.
You wrote it and then we're like, oh, this is all repeating. That's a pain in the butt.
Yep. So we're getting there. And then of course, Asa has returned. So now my keyboard is inaccessible because giant fluffy cat butt. Because she demands cuddles. And likes to use my keyboard as a pillow, which is frustrating.
Inconvenient.
But yeah.
I want a cat. Riley's like honestly half cat in most of her behaviors and stuff like that. But then I think about how Riley, poor thing, is scared of heights. And therefore won't jump up on things that are not one of 2 pieces of furniture that are like low enough for her. My bed at my place is low, and everyone in my family was like, why is your bed so low? And I'm like, so Riley can jump up on it and not wake up in the middle of the night to bring her onto the bed. Because I love her, but not enough to bring her up onto my bed and take her off my bed at her whim, because she is very fickle. I say that lovingly, but she is. And so people are like, why is your vet so low? I'm like, for Riley. They're like, is that the right decision? And I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
um, but if I ever got a cat, they would be able to jump up on my table and be all over my keyboard and my computer and stuff like that. And I also just right now, for people who are new, hi. A reminder, Inimitable Books is a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices about pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. I'm the founder. Cool. I have a dog named Riley. She's a Havanese. She's 13 and a half years old. 2 months ago, we found out that she has basically non-treatable, definitely not curable, and inoperable tumor, which currently is stable. But anyway, that news, I was like, how can anyone have a second pet in their life? Like after they lose their first pet, what allows them to keep going? So the idea of even getting a cat at this point is like so far away.
Yeah. Okay, bye. She's had enough. Yeah, no, we had to take Azzy to the vet a few days ago, and I'm just kind of like, I don't think I can handle like more than one we have to go to the vet moment ever in my life with multiple pets.
Hearing our vet be like, so in case of emergency, this is how the emergency room works, was the worst thing ever.
Nope.
And I no. Okay, when you say micro sticky notes, KJ, are these like physical sticky notes, and how micro is micro? Because I'm just curious.
I remember seeing them like this small.
And I don't know what BIAP is, but they were called Live, Love, Polish, and I think they renamed themselves to become Mooncat. But they're a vegan nail polish company, and they had really pretty colors, and they also have some magnetic ones, which are fun, which I definitely want to do in time for Halloween because they all look like galaxies. But also they have this really, really good base coat, which is the only reason my nails have been able to grow healthily before I changed my diet to also be more healthy, which was kind of just a mandatory thing after my latest surgery. And it's been really good, but that thing was a lifesaver. I did try to get their cuticle protection gel thingy, and it smelled like someone burned rubber, and I threw that thing out after the first use. It wasn't even very useful. I had learned to not really get a lot of things on my cuticles while painting my nails anyway. So I was just like, oh no. But their base coat is amazing, and their colors are fun. And this is not sponsored in any way. I'm not an affiliate of them. If you're looking for something to strengthen your nails, that one actually does what it says. And it's vegan. And so that's, cool.
That reminds me, I should use the stuff that I have because my nails are being awkward lately.
Yeah. Wi-Fi issues suck. I'm sorry you're dealing with that, Regina. I'm so sorry you've had to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was because Azzy was fine. It was just she'd just eaten something that didn't quite gel with her, and it's like, well, my current vet was going into surgery, so they couldn't help me. And they're like, yeah, go to the pet ER, and I'm just kind of like, well, you see my stomach? It's now on the floor. But we went to a vet. We just went to a vet that was closer, and they're like, yeah, no, here everything's fine. I'm just like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I get it if it's no, I'm literally needed in surgery, talk to someone else, but to say oh, go to the ER, where it's just hey,
yeah,
see if anyone in the ER is free to help you, not you actually have to go to the ER. There is the distinction. of like there might be free hands in the ER, which the concept of that is hilarious to me because normally ER is all hands on deck. That's kind of the point of the ER.
Yeah.
Okay, let me share the forest room code for the final sprint.
Yeah, friend.
Come on, phone, work with me here.
Every once in a while, Forest Room goes, "You have poor connection." I'm like, "No, sweetie, that's you. My connection is fine."
You're like, I'm actually locked in.
It's like I'm having no stuttering, no stumbling. My everything is fine. Forest app, you're the one that needs help.
They just released an update.
Like every so often, they're even like it doesn't recognize that the timer is started. It's like, yeah, waiting for host, and I'm just like, but I doubt that highly.
No, sometimes you just like, even if it's weird, you don't touch it, and then at the end it'll be fine.
Yeah. Just give the Forest Room head pats. It'll be fine.
H3VYAWSG. I don't know why I said the normal alphabet, so I'll re-say that with Hotel 3 Victor Yankee Alpha Whiskey Sierra Golf. Brie, I will, dang it.
I probably will have to exit before the stream ends, but I will get some.
You will get some words in. Wow.
And I will put it in the comments of where I'm at before I just ghost.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. I love that. That'll be exciting.
Little Potato Bat believes in you.
Yes. Okay. With that said, we're going to start this sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Oh, I missed the end of that. Sorry.
It wasn't that long.
Okay, I found this new website where it's a one-time payment for like royalty-free music. And so I have like 8 different categories open, but one of the categories only had 24 pages. So I was like, how many can I get through? And just favorite the ones I like. And so I was on page 13.
Nice.
And I didn't start it yet, but I was like, wait, how much longer do I have it? And then it was done. And I was like, aha.
It's like, oh, no time. 0 minutes. Got it.
Yeah.
Fair. Well, I was rereading more like I was before, and then I realized that I'd forgotten to upload my new channel trailer that I made specifically to come out on book release day. And I'm like, oh, that never happened. So I should do that real quick. So I threw that on the channel and then spent way too long making the thumbnail. It's fine. I think I'm not writing today because the amount of things I'm getting distracted by are quite high.
It happens.
Yeah. I mean, at least I'm still like doing like, adjacent things. Like I'm not just scrolling on my phone, so I'm trying not to like let the productivity guilt be caught. Wow, I can't even correct myself to save my life. I'm not trying to let the productivity guilt win. That's what I wanted to say. Got it in the end.
I don't know which specifically was Bree's glasses. But they're here. They're like, it's called therapeutic eyewear.
Ooh.
And it's supposed to help with, eye strain and stuff like that. I have other ones that I should be using more, but if I'm wearing my normal glasses, they block blue light.
Yep.
But they just keep sliding off my head, and I really need to take them into a place to fix that. Because I tried fixing it myself, and it was just like it was already as tight as possible. So I don't know if I have to fully loosen it and then tighten. And I just like don't want to break my glasses.
Fair.
Yeah. And I could have been wearing contacts before this, but I knew I was going to take a nap after this stream. So I was like, it doesn't really make sense because they're dailies. They're one use. They're no longer the weekly ones. No longer the 2-week ones that I had that had transitions built into them because they stopped manufacturing them because not enough people bought them. But they were an amazing type of contact, and I'm so mad that
sucks.
Not only did they stop making them, I then finally, like, my astigmatism finally got worse enough that they were like, oh, you need like astigmatism contact. So it was like and the astigmatism ones didn't, from that brand, didn't have transitions as well. So it would have been like one eye gets dark and the other doesn't, and that would have been like
it sounds so disorienting. It makes my eyes hurt just thinking about it.
Yeah. So now, like, I have actual sunglasses that I wear when I wear my contacts because this transitions are no longer built in. But it definitely took me like 3 months to remember, like, I no longer have UV protection built into my contacts. So yeah. But I think that's it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I will be streaming again over on Twitch at 1 p.m. Eastern, same username as here on YouTube, same username as with the Ko-fi URL, same as actually not our full website, which is actually our username over on Blue Sky, including the .com, but everywhere else we're at Inimitable Books. If you see old usernames of at Inimitable Books LLC, we no longer update those accounts. Be sure to check out our website, pre-order titles, fill out the forms for those pre-orders, or save your receipt if the pre-order form isn't added yet. We are still deciding on what the pre-order incentive is for Thanks for Watching, whose cover reveal is happening on October 28th at 4 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. We won't be doing our Twitch stream that day, but this coming Tuesday we will be. This Friday, I will not be streaming on Twitch like I normally do because I am getting my COVID booster, and I expect that to make me very tired.
Squish.
With it, I will be back here on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Again, all of our streams are available on our website. Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be a co-host on one of Inimitable Books' authors, her YouTube channel, Right Holly Davis. She does Monday motivation sprints, so check that out as well. And I think that's everything for now. If you go to our website, you can see that you can sign up to receive ARCs from us. And you say as many genres that you're interested in, and then those actual ARCs get sent via BookFunnel. You don't need an account. You just need to check your email. And you can sign up for the cover reveals. Kate's is October 28th, like I mentioned, but we have 2 others scheduled, which is super exciting because we are ahead of schedule on those. And yeah, we have a lot of things happening next year in Inimitable Books. On early December 2nd this year, we have the end of the Adventures in Thimbleton duology with Cliff So Wayward. I'm super excited. The first book was named a distinguished favorite in the young adult fiction category by the Independent Press Award. So that was exciting. Yeah, just check out Inimitable Books. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Watch our back catalog. We have advice videos. And we also have a query ready course for anyone who is interested in that. If you are saying, oh, I want to self-publish, why would I care? There's actually more than just how to write a query letter in the course. That would not be enough to build a whole course around, in my opinion. So I teach you how to categorize your book properly, which helps with marketing and finding your audience, whether that be an agent, an editor, or direct to readers. You also will learn how to revise your book. And yeah, so please check out all of our stuff. I'm constantly doing things. Our social media assistant is constantly doing things. And tell your friends about us as well. We have fantasy books. We have some romance books. Our thrillers are launching next year, which I'm super excited about. We have a middle grade dark academia mystery, which is super, super cool and has a bunch of illustrations in it by the author. And we have writing prompt books and we have a divination deck. So lots and lots of stuff to check out if you are new to Inimitable Books. I hope to see you at a future live stream, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.